Okay, Year 10. In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at the causes of deforestation in Malaysia. So over the last few weeks, we've been looking at where tropical rainforests are located and why. Then we started to look at the characteristics of tropical rainforests, so looking at the plant and animal adaptations and the climate in tropical rainforests. And now we're looking more at case studies. So why do we deforest the tropical rainforests? So in terms of where we are in relation to this topic, we are here. So we're about halfway through the topic. So we're looking at the causes and the impacts of deforestation in the next couple of lessons. So first of all, we need to know where Malaysia is. So we have got here a map on the board that shows you where Malaysia is, and I would like you to describe its location. So the continent that we'd refer to is Asia, which is found in the northern hemisphere. So it's just north of the equator, which we can see here. So this red line is the equator line. The oceans, you could refer to the fact that it's near the South China Sea, or we also have here the Pacific Ocean here. And then also here we have the Indian Ocean. So you could refer to all the oceans that surround Malaysia. Compass points within Asia, it's in South Asia. And then you could refer to the countries that it is within. So spend a little time here describing where Malaysia is. Okay, so here we have some green pens. So make sure that everything that maybe isn't included, that you have included by using this slide. So pause the video, green pen, improve your work, and then we will move on. So what is the future for Malaysia? Well, what we have here is a bar chart, and it's looking at two locations. It's looking at Brazil, which is the orange colour, and it's looking at Southeast Asia. And I would like you to describe this. So we're comparing the data from 2001 to 2015. Now in 2001, there were 1 million hectares of trees being cut down every year. Whereas in 2015, that is now 2.5 million hectares. So it's increased by 150%. So that's quite a significant increase. In terms of over the years, it's quite fluctuated. So in 2003, it declined, then 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, it increased. And then in 2009 it increased, but then 2010 it declined again. So you would use the term fluctuates in your answer. Then use evidence from the figure to show you that you know that. And then refer to any anomalies. So an anomaly would be when the data doesn't fit the rest. So 2013, you could refer to that drop. You could also refer to this very high point in 2009 because the rest kind of fall within this area. So please go through and describe this map using all the information on the screen. Okay, so what we have here are some images that are from Borneo. So we can see this image here of the orangutan that's clinging onto this tree that hasn't yet been deforested. We can see here in the bottom right hand image, we have lots of deforestation of the rice paddies. And then this image here is showing us it looks like the lungs of the earth. So they say that the rainforests are the lungs of the earth because they take in all that carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So as we start to cut down the tropical rainforests, we're essentially destroying our global ecosystem. We're increasing climate change. So these images, you don't really have to do anything on the slide. It's just to think about the impacts of deforestation. So why do we cut down trees? Well, you can see here, there's lots of reasons why we cut down trees. So deforestation is the cutting down of trees on a large scale for non-forest use. And there's multiple reasons why we do it. So write down the sentence, please, and then use the images to help you. So in the first image, we've got mining, and that could be for natural resources such as minerals or fossil fuels. The second image is showing us palm oil. So palm oil is vegetable oil that we find in over 50% of our products. From soaps to crisps to chocolate to sweets to literally most things that you find in the supermarket. The third image is showing us trees. So if we do that for logging, you can't really see that, I'll put it up here. And that could be to make furniture or to make houses. In the bottom left-hand image, we have got farming. Then we have to make way for urban areas, so you could link back to when we did urban issues and challenges and the impact that having, as a city gets bigger and there are more mega cities and more people moving to the city, we need more space. And then there's other things like hydroelectric power, which we get from dams. So they have to remove areas of the forest to make way for these large-scale dams. So these are the reasons why we cut down trees. So we're going to focus on palm oil. So I would like you to type this link into Google or in Safari or whatever you're using and make a little spider diagram. So in your spider diagram, write down facts about sustainable palm oil, and then make a spider diagram and annotate around it whilst you're watching that video, and then come back to this video as we still have some activities left. So why is Malaysia being deforested? So why are we cutting down the tropical rainforests in Malaysia? Well, there's multiple reasons. There are 8 reasons. So I first of all would like you to make a key. So this area here will be your key. So if you're typing, you would write down these 8 statements. If you're writing, write down the 8 statements. And on the next slide, so when I move on, all of these statements are going to come up. So you need to identify which statement is referring to which cause of deforestation. And then once you've done that, there are challenges that you can come back to if you have time. Okay. So you can see here we've got roads are constructed to provide access to mining areas, new settlements and energy projects. So this one here is to do with mining and energy. Okay. Now we have to say whether that's positive or negative. Well, if it's going to create more jobs, if they're making roads and improving their infrastructure, that's a positive thing. If it's going to create more jobs, then this is a positive thing. And this would be an economic benefit. Okay, let's look at a few more. In 2011, the Bakundan in Sarawak started to generate electricity. So this is similar to energy, and it's renewable energy. So that means it's not releasing any carbon dioxide. So this is a positive and it would be an environmental benefit. Palm oil is a type of vegetable oil found in many cosmetics, foods and toiletries. So this is being cut down for palm oil, for human consumption. And, you know, it's a negative impact for the ecosystems, but you could say it was positive for humans because it makes our products really cheap. So if you said it's a negative impact for ecosystems, you would say it was environmental. If you said it was a positive for humans, then you would say that it was economic. Okay, so please go through and do the rest using the information on here. And then once you've done that, that is the end of the lesson.